This is the 28th episode of the CMX Games DesignCast. I am Dave.
I'm Scott, and we're coming to you after the successful end of the Copper Country Kickstarter.
Woo!
We did it!
Yes.
What was the final number? I don't have it in front of me. We were just short of $55,000.
54,582?
Which is like 174 percent of our goal, just shy of 175. So that's pretty good.
Yeah.
We're really excited.
Great.
We get to make the game now.
Yes, we do. Well, yes. Now, between now and 9 months from now, that's what we get to do.
So we'd certainly like to thank our 952 backers, everybody that pledged even $1. Took the time to just say, hey, this is cool, I'm going to throw a little something your way, and then all the way up to the people that, backed at, I think we had up to like $400 or something.
Yeah, I think that we had a few in that range, yes. People that snatched up custom cards or the uncut sheets and stuff like that.
We had some retail backers that decided to get on board, and that was really cool to see some of those stores show up, the ones that we've grown up patronizing, like Sports Card Connection or other local establishments in the area, and then the ones around here as well. Yep, or even ones that just Copper Country has appeared in over its playtesting and sort of pre-Kickstarter publicity period.
Yep.
Comments were always really fun to watch. Lots of enthusiastic people. People both sharing their enthusiasm for the project for whatever reason. Their connection to the area, just their excitement about the game in general, the art, and then also, just having cool, interesting takes on suggestions for graphic design or anything like that. Just sort of general concern for two dudes making their first game.
So I think we're on top of all that stuff.
Some of it unfounded, like have you read Jamie Stegmeier's blog?
Well, yes. Speaking of which, we got a lot of useful information from Jamie Stegmeier of Stonemaier Games, and Kickstarter fame, Viticulture, Euphoria, Tuscany. If you don't know what we're talking about yet, I can't believe that's true. But and also James Matha. I think Jamie is generally more of an. Jamie will tell you what's what, but with the sort of optimist spin, I feel, and James will tell you what's what, but he'll just give it to you straight. So sometimes you need a little dose of both of those guys to steer you in the right direction. So they were both really helpful, without knowing that they helped us at all throughout the campaign. Although James also did playtest the game very early at Protospiel, so we did directly get his help in that way, and Jamie did also directly offer me some advice before we launched. So they are both aware and not aware of how much they helped us.
I think James is also involved in organizing both of the two Protospiels that we went to.
Yes.
And Eric Jerome, I believe, was also involved in that.
Yeah, just chewing on cables up here.
And then, the Unpub that we went to at Gamehole Con as well. Not sure actually even who organized that. Maybe it was James, but
it may have been, yeah. Unpub Mini.
Yeah, exactly. Of course, the Game Crafter was always really helpful for hosting the Design Cabal in Madison.
Every month for the past 8 months or something now, it seems like. I think it's been that long, actually.
So basically everybody there, like Andrew Hansen, Dusty, and Steve Dast, and his brother Pete. And,
yep. JT, obviously.
Yeah, JT, obviously. Steve and Mike, a bunch of people there, always, we had a lot of fun playing the game and got a lot of useful feedback from people as well there. So.
Absolutely. All kinds of people helping us out.
Yep. Friends and family. I mean, we're certainly like pretty privileged to be in this in a good situation where our uh, friends are able to support the game and
Yep.
uh, get a copy, tell their friends to get a copy, and to have family that is potentially way too enthusiastic in supporting
Yeah.
the
Occasionally, yeah.
game. So that was always really nice.
Wives that put up with us attempting this venture.
That's right.
Robin.
Hey, Milo is a pretty good champ too.
Yeah, he did all right. He mostly just didn't want me to work on it.
Thought I lived in the basement.
That's true. Milo did think that Scott lived in our basement. Want to go downstairs? Want to see Scott? It's like 7 in the morning, bud. I don't think Scott's here right now. Oh, if you can't tell, I'm
Well,
done.
Dave's
I'm
also trying to
spent,
buy a house, so
exhausted.
that doesn't help.
No, yeah. Well, it's mostly just once the campaign was over, I could rest, and I realized I could, but I didn't really have the chance. And I don't have the campaign to keep me going anymore.
I
So,
was used to after like the end of the semester, with exams and projects and stuff like that, I'd go home and I'd just like sleep for like 12 hours, and then I'd come down with like the worst cold. It's like my immune system was just like shot, and yeah, it was always terrible.
so what are we doing? What do we need to do? Well, right now I'm just kind of trying to take a break and failing at actually resting up. But in the next week, all the payment processing will be done, and then we'll start getting more concrete ideas from backers about their custom cards. I have ideas from some people already. We just want to make sure we get them from everybody and square away what people want to do and get Chris working on stuff as soon as we can.
Yep.
And then we've got the winter side of the board to figure out whether we're going to do a special layout or if we're just going to do special rules or both or what it is we're going to do.
So you got some play testing to do there.
Yeah. And then what else is in the near term? Posters, getting the posters printed, which requires getting the surveys sent out. So those two things, I suppose, are going to happen over the course of the next week, I expect.
And then, I don't know, working on the rule book,
Yeah, that needs to start again pretty soon.
finalizing the list of bits to get a final quote from the manufacturers.
Yeah, we changed very little bit from the quotes that we had sent pre-Kickstarter, so we need to just put all the right pieces together in one quote. I think we quoted for everything, just not all in the same quote necessarily. We didn't know what our stretch goals were going to be for sure when we had to submit the quotes, because you have to do that well in advance so that you have time to get them back before, and then time after you get them back to figure out the numbers so that you can do that in time to be comfortable with them before you press the go button on Kickstarter. So it takes some planning ahead. So we had submitted quotes for basically like 3 different versions of the game, and now we have to combine those 3 versions into what we actually decided on.
Yep, something we may actually sign and send away all our money for.
Yep, write the big check for half the amount up front.
Yeah.
Oh,
At some
so
point, we got to actually form our business in the UK. That's a little off in the distance, though.
yeah, we don't want to do that till October
Because otherwise, we have to file a quarterly.
now. Yeah,
So
Canada,
that'll be a fun activity to do.
Canada is squared away already.
Yeah.
Given my conversations with them on the phone.
Canada, good to do business with, eh?
Apparently,
Canada's open for business.
given what I've been talking with the people in Canada about, I'm wondering if there's actually a simpler way to do it in the UK also.
You actually talk to like at least somebody there, like in accounting or whatever.
Yeah. So I'll try
So,
to get a hold of somebody.
yep.
Yeah. From what I understand from Canada is we have our importer number, and that basically when we import, we're just going to pay um, GST on it. Boom. Full stop. We're going to pay it, and then we can just ship it out.
Cool. Nice and easy.
That sounds like it. I asked her like 4 times in a row. Please walk me through what we have to do. It sounds like that's it. So
So yeah, a little bit of, I don't know, finalizing graphic design of the board.
yeah,
Uh,
that's true. And then doing the additional layout if necessary.
yeah,
Finalizing graphic design on cards. Finalizing graphic design on everything.
yeah.
But it's getting closer. I've been working on that stuff during the campaign, so
And then
now it's done.
Gen Con sometime this summer.
Yeah, check on figuring out how to actually submit files to Panda because we haven't gone through that process before
Yeah.
either.
Yep.
What marks and things need to be on stuff that I don't know yet, but I'm sure I'll be able to figure out.
Will all be fun.
Oh,
Better than not being able to do it, that's for sure.
yeah. Yep, trying to decompress.
Yeah, that was an intense journey.
That was a month.
You know, can't roll out of bed in the morning anymore and be like, oh, how many did we get?
How many backers do we have? All right, thanks UK. You really pulled for us that night.
Yep, yep. It's always nice. You know, it's always awesome to see a familiar face roll across the backer list, and
Yeah.
you know, that always helped.
Yeah, I don't know what to do when I wake up in the middle of the night anymore though, because I don't have a can't just like roll over and see if we have any backers. I have to think of something else to do.
Uh-huh.
Fall back to sleep.
Yeah, that might be a good thing to do.
I'll probably just end up thinking about fulfillment or other thing that I can't actually make any progress on while lying in bed. Oh, so yeah, next week I'll be back at work at any one or all of those aforementioned tasks that we have before us.
Yep,
Your term.
should be fun. Really final push here.
Yep, one long push.
Yep.
And manufacturing by itself is supposed to take 4 to 5 months once we get started with that. So
One of these days we'll actually have a copy in our hands, and it'll be
yes,
the most amazing thing ever.
I can almost see that that's going to be true now. When we send them that check and start sending them files, I think it'll start to feel very real.
Yep. Well, certainly the Kickstarter ending helps.
Yes. Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. Yeah, I think that's probably that was the biggest project, probably.
Yep.
We'll see. I think emotionally, that was the biggest project for sure.
Yeah. Okay.
So we're in good shape. We just have a list of stuff we know we need to do, and then I'm sure there will be a list that we are not aware of yet, but that's why we budgeted the extra time.
Yep,
So,
exactly.
all right, we'll be back next week and see what we have and have not accomplished. Hopefully a bunch of stuff we can check off the list, or at least start checking them off
Yeah.
as we move forward.
Once again, thanks to all 952 of you, and
Yes,
even
and all the 123 people that backed on the last day,
yeah.
123 people that backed on the first day. That's crazy.
And yeah, I mean, that was awesome. Thanks everybody. Um, Especially if you're watching this, thanks.
Yay! Our rabid DesignCast audience.
That's
May
right.
have grown slightly since Kickstarter, but
Nice. So, thanks everybody. That
yes,
was
thank you very
awesome.
much. And we'll keep you updated as we move along.